play a game. So you had sought out Captain Nyland, for an introduction to Yorick, the leader of the Udalot crime syndicate. Nyland escorted you to a back alley, and as you approached a dark building, this is a retcon in a suspicious feeling and closed-off alley, you noticed on a balcony above a ballista with a couple of thugs keeping an eye on things from above. You were led into this warehouse building, convinced a guard of your neutral intentions, and were taken upstairs to an office. A figure dressed in all black stood outside the door. Nyland gave this figure a nod, and after knocking on the door, led you into an office space. A reasonably well-dressed man with medium-length dark blue hair, held in place by a headband, sat behind a large black desk. Behind him, a window lets in a bit of the dull light of the day, and you see snow falling behind it. Bookshelves line the walls, and there's a large ornate chest in the back corner. A side table on the far side of the room from where you entered has some papers, open books, and what appears to be a map. Two other individuals flank the seated man. Nyland introduced you, and the man behind the desk stood up and said, "Ah, yes, we meet at last." "Thank you, Nyland," gives him a nod, and Nyland leaves the room and closes the door behind him. The man behind the desk says, "I'm Yorick Udalot. Pleasure to meet you."
And what was it that Elani/Ellie said before we ended the session?
I said, I think it was, how do you know who we are?
"Oh, please sit," he says, motioning to the chairs in front of his desk. "I received a raven from Thalion, telling me about you and your supposed exploits. But my men have seen you cavorting with glass blades here in the city, so I must ask, what is your game here?"
To help people.
"Help me?"
I said help people.
"Oh. Well, I'm people. Are you here to help me?"
Depends what you need help with.
Well, let's see. Business is booming. We've got extra coin coming in because of our involvement with the security of Bay's End at the behest of the glass blades themselves, so that's been nice. I need to take this guy away. What do I need help with? Well, I've got a thorn in my side. It goes by the name of Jacob.
We've met.
Have you?
Unfortunately.
Had a very great interaction with him while we were resting in our inn. We tried to talk to him, but his actions were not unaggressive. So my crew and I took to challenging him a little bit, and then he ran with his tail between his legs when it started going south.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned his name right after business is booming.
He doesn't think so, according to what we were able to get out of him whenever we tried to descale.
You must be staying at the Night Warden, then.
Yep.
Apologies. Yes, I asked for Jacob's help in coaxing the regular coin out of the innkeeper. Amazing. You came to blows. Did you?
He threatened us, and we defended ourselves.
I see. Well, he has a tendency to treat everyone around him like shit. But he is powerful. I'm surprised that you were left standing. I've seen him down a man with one look.
He made attempts at what seemed to be on arcane magics at me and my own. But he was more interested in definitely getting the coinage.
She delivered, thankfully.
At the expense of some of your men, because of the abruptness of as to what due to the abruptness of why he tried pulling.
You see him think and try to put things together in his head. You're not saying you're responsible for my loss of men, are you?
No, Jacob is responsible.
He killed
They were in his care, and he escalated things. He escalated them to violence. He didn't seem to care too much. He abandoned them. And the one that was left got taken by the glass blades.
I'll be square with you. My relationship with York is, or sorry, with Jacob.
Yeah, with myself.
Jacob.
Jacob.
Myself.
I can't keep these J names straight. They both have 5 letters. It confuses me. He's been up here for some time, some months. Came around, demanded access to my men, access to resources. Of course, I naturally refused, but when someone threatens your life and proves that they absolutely have the ability to take it, along with many others, say I gave in. Luckily, he doesn't spend a whole lot of time here in Bay's End. Off going here, there, and everywhere it seems. But his latest scheme has to do with some shipment of slaves. He's forcing us to help him transport them north.
North to where?
I'm not exactly sure. It changed hands multiple times, and now they're apparently in his care, taking them up north past Caston Town. That's my understanding, at least.
I always pick the wrong fucking map when I went through fucking.
Are the Oodalots regularly in the business of slavery?
No, we are not.
North of Caston Town.
Yeah, he has taken some of my men to help escort them, along with some Crimson Witches, I believe is what they were called. Apparently there was a problem a few days ago, and the witches escorting the slaves stopped suddenly. Now Jacob has apparently convinced some storm giant, of all things, to pick up their slack. Quite frankly, I would prefer to be rid of all of this unpleasantness.
We would as well.
We have business with the storm giants as well. And as Dalian probably mentioned, we can be a useful bunch for not Uralot business, since Well, we are helping the Glass Blazer. We have helped the Overlots. We are of neither faction. We just want to aid the city that has helped us, or the organization that has helped us. Valiant gave me big help. It was coercive and reasonable. And I've heard you are the same, Yorick. Right now, the main aim that we do have is in a few days, as your branches probably have heard by now. And trying to stop
tomorrow.
this. Yes, it is tomorrow. And trying to stop this damn elemental business that's threatening not only Bay's End, but all surrounding, well, everything. Since I'm sure you've also heard, Philibank Wayhouse has also been constantly attacked by elementals.
I hadn't actually heard about Philibank, but yes, I'm aware of the effort to close the rift. Some of my men went forward to establish a base nearby the rift.
We intend to help.
I feel that's the bigger concern. So,
Aiden and Laerdrin, what's going through your minds right now?
I'm debating mentioning to him, because he said that Jacob dropped off the money that he was sent to retrieve. I'm debating mentioning the discourse that the remaining guard was sowing in his ranks about Yorick himself. So that's what Laerdrin's thinking.
Aiden will was he asking us this directly?
No, that was me, the DM.
Oh. He's probably just standing around towards the... Yeah, I guess he's towards the back of everybody, I would say. Just listening.
Okay. So, did you have anything on your mind, or did you just come to say hi?
Well, I can't say we're not interested in taking down Jacob. Stopping him from being a nuisance, as you've said.
It sounds
your
more
person.
glass bladey than anything else. You...
What did he say at the beginning? Sorry.
Sorry, that sounds a little glass bladey more than anything else, and he has kind of a confused look on his face. Are you just... I'm sorry, I'm having a difficult time reconciling your involvement with the Udalots and this apparently goody two-shoes attitude that you have with regard to Jacob.
I wouldn't say it's goody two-shoes. I'd say it's more in the line of revenge.
For having extracted protection money from
No.
an inn?
No.
Then what?
It's not for me to say. But suffice to say, we're not a fan of his. And the people he works with. In
Very well.
regards to his, I guess, slavery.
That's the people he works with.
Regardless of the Night Warden
Lord.
fight that we had with him, we were destined to clash with him.
By the gods or something else?
who's to say?
Secrets.
I think we came here more to greet you and get a feel for your relationship with Jacob, but also because we were able to help Thalion. So, get a feel for how this relationship can go.
Yeah, Dahlia mentioned that you might have use for hands like ours, so...
To be clear, I didn't mean the people he works with as in you. I meant the other people he's working with on the side.
Valoria Shadowmeyer.
Yes.
Lairdrin looks around, waiting for him to
Explode.
combust.
Yes, Jacob converses with Valoria quite regularly. Do you know who she is?
No. Do you?
Not much. She's the leader of the Umber Vale Collective. I've gathered that much. They're building some fantastic new spire in Zarzath Kitro, that I believe is set to open at the beginning of Ice Dawn, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct, yes.
I suspect the slaves are being used for that effort. There's also someone else Jacob speaks with, named Marcella. Always asking about her, how the child is doing. He looks at you all inquisitively.
I'm curious, how's Aiden's face looking? Is he hiding his emotions right now?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Well, right now I don't really have much work for outsiders, unless you would like to take on some shakedown missions.
We're not really in that business. We definitely have our hands full with other things. But any information you could give us on where Jacob goes would be very appreciated.
Make a persuasion check, please.
23.
Jacob goes a number of places. Far away, to the south, to the southeast, I believe up north. For all I know, he may go to Stygia from time to time. I'm not exactly sure the precise locations.
Why would anyone go to Stygia? It's a ruin.
It's where Valoria works from.
Does that ring a bell? Like, do I... Like, would I connect that to what my mom said last night? Well, almost said last night?
That's completely up to you.
Okay.
You, as players, are able to make deductions. The game depends upon it.
What does Valoria look like? Is she a powerful wizard? I'm sorry, I need more information on her.
I can only assume that she's quite powerful. I have never seen her face. Never actually seen her body. Most of my information, in fact, all of my information, comes from eavesdropping on Jacob, either me personally or my men.
Would you be willing to, if we removed Jacob as a problem, would you be willing to help us in that effort in some way?
Help you remove Jacob?
Yes.
Could be convinced. Roll a persuasion check. It's pretty low DC.
29.
I'm sure that I could scrounge up men to aid you in such an effort.
Are you sure they'd be loyal to you? Because most of them seem to think Jacob would be better as leader.
Really?
Yes, really.
Particularly the one
To the
that
2 guards to his left and right.
the one that was left over at the Night Warden. What little we talked to him, he seemed to think that among your men, you're not viewed as a leader.
He motions for the 2 guards to leave the room, which they do. Then he stands up and walks to the door and locks it. Goes back behind the desk and sits down again.
With the fact
Yes.
in mind that Jacob is the one sowing this discourse among your men. Maybe scrounge up is not the right word. You might need to pick and choose your men a little bit better.
Or show them what happens to those who are disloyal. Such as the one in the Glass Blades prison.
I definitely thank you for giving me the information that you have. But I am the leader of this organization. And although I recognize that I do not yet command the loyalty that my father once did, it is still my rightful place. And I would caution you against giving me advice about how to run it.
Fair enough. We're just giving you the warning.
I do have one suggestion in that regard. As a fellow person of the mind. Do not be your father, be your own man. Lead as Bjork would.
Well, thank you very much for that glorious piece of advice. So how would you propose Bjork be taken down?
Jacob.
Jacob?
Yep.
Well, first, we need to know where we can find him, so that we can surprise him.
The more direct route would be what he's doing, right? The slaves. There has to be a pickup point, or a transition point. Well, the transition point will be the most guarded place. As soon as they leave, would be the weakest, I would wager.
It's a reasonable assumption that he would be there when the handoff takes place.
Especially as the days grow closer and closer to the supposed inauguration of the spire.
Ice Dawn.
How familiar are you with the area?
We have a map.
If you mean Sarksef specifically, I'm from there.
No, not as far as Ozith. There's a place called Northam's Cradle, southwest of town. That's where the handoff is supposed to take place.
God damn it.
Sometime either on the 2nd or 3rd of December.
That is very close to the elemental conflux.
It's also only in a few days.
The day after, we will be at the elemental confluence. So,
Today's the 30th. Wait, hold on. Today's the 30th. Tomorrow we're going to the Elemental Confluence.
yes.
And he said the 2nd or the 3rd.
Yes.
So what's the issue? The
Nothing.
timing works.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
That. Okay.
What would your plan be?
Well, I mean, we intend to go to the elemental confluence with the glass blades and help close that threat to the city and the areas around it. So we'll be near Nartham's Cradle.
And
And
so you
could
have,
make our way there.
Yes, I understand that. I was assuming that, but I mean, once you are there,
Well, we don't know much about the area itself. The
would
most we
be,
have is a map.
but it would be similar to what I just suggested, is waiting for the grabbing of the merchandise as it were to be made, confirming that he will be there, and as soon as we do or don't, assuming that we do, we proceed, and a couple of paces out to wherever they're traveling, we ambush the caravan, shooting magics, explosives, whatever can be scrounged up to cause them to go into disarray. A slave with a notion of being freed is a powerful thing, wouldn't you say? Just for the chance of being able to escape their predicament. So that should cause enough chaos.
depending on the enchantments in place on them. The handoff was supposed to be between the Crimson Witches and the Storm Giant.
Over the Crimson Witches, due to some mysterious event you mentioned. Not backed out, but retreated, you mentioned.
The convoy halted, apparently, but was supposed to resume, and should have by now. What I'm hinting at is, when the handoff takes place, you would have Jacob, the slaves, a storm giant, and a number of Crimson Witches, all in the same place.
Where would you suggest we ambush them from then? If we could take care of Jacob before then, that would solve a lot of issues.
I definitely would, and were I privy to his movements, I would definitely suggest that as well, but unfortunately, I'm not. I do know that he has left the city. And I don't know if or when he will be back, as I never do. But this plan could possibly work. Either if you feel you're strong enough to take on all of those entities, or if you perhaps wait until after the handoff, and then at least the witches wouldn't be around.
I think I have a way to deal with the witches.
He looks at you inquisitively.
I also look at her inquisitively.
I still have the trappings of my house. And my family has given them a bit of a warning recently about not messing with us. I could probably convince them to leave. But that's a risk.
A rather large one. I think his eyes have narrowed at you, Halani, when you were just talking just then. You are a mysterious bunch. Let's see here. 1, 2. First, 1, 2, 3. I could have a few men in the vicinity of Northam's Cradle by the end of the second if I sent them out today. So if this is a course of action that you want to pursue, by all means let me know.
If possible, if we do agree, I would like to get to see whoever is in charge's face of a ways of long distance communication. So we will definitely assist in coordination after we take care of the elemental issue that we all also have.
Yep, that can be arranged. I have someone in mind. He yells out to the door, Dreas! Oh, shit. He walks over to the door as well. Fetch Ackman for me, please. You hear a muffled, yes, sir. Oh, and he leans back. He goes back to his desk, to his chair, kind of leans back a bit. If what you say is true about loyalties among my men being divided, I think it goes without saying that no one else should know of this plan.
I agree.
Is there anything else that you want to discuss?
I don't have anything.
Very well. You wait in awkward silence for a few minutes until there's a knock on the door. Yorick opens the door, and you see a figure in a dark cloak. He's got green skin. You see some tusks pointing out from his mouth. This looks like an orc or a half-orc. Yorick says, "This is Achman, one of my finest assassins. Achman, I need you to assemble a small team of people. I'll brief you on the details later, but you'll be setting out today for Notham's Cradle. And you'll be working with this group of individuals." And he motions to you. I'm sorry, I didn't catch any of your names. I already know your names, my bad. Sajath, was it?
Yes, correct.
Look upon Achman.
Just quickly check one thing. I take a look at him. Familiarize myself with the person. It's like, you don't have to show me your full face, but at least more features than just your tusks, so that I'm able to communicate with you in long distances for the rendezvous.
Magic.
Magic.
He takes his hood off. I like magic. And you see yellow eyes, total green skin. He's got hair tied back in a ponytail, short on the sides, long on the front and back. Just in a very dark cloak.
So Jeff nods, looks at him, turns his head the other way. It's like, okay, that's enough, Achman. Thank you so much. We'll be in contact once it's time.
He nods, looks to Yorick. Yorick nods. He leaves the room. Well, if we have nothing more to discuss.
At present, I don't think we do.
Smile. Well, I must get back to my reading.
What is he reading?
Make a perception check, I guess.
Okay. Hey, I don't know.
It must be in a language you don't know.
Cool.
Well, if you would like to touch base before you leave, by all means do so. Otherwise, I will have that team sent out as soon as possible. They will be traveling on foot. And I wish you luck.
We wish you luck. At least he's not in the city. And then we'll leave, I guess. Unless anybody else has something.
Nope.
No.
Okay. You leave. Nylan is there to pick you up.
Our babysitter.
All done here.
Yes. Appreciate the assistance.
He leads you downstairs and out the building and back onto the main road. I'll be returning to my ship now. I hope it went well.
Yep. Have safe travels.
And snow. What now, y'all?
Indeed, what now?
I forgot what else we were gonna do today.
I mean, that was the big one.
That was the big one. We were gonna go pick up your thingy and go to the instrument shop. I remember were two things that I remember that we were gonna do.
Yeah.
Didn't we also need to stop by and check on your armor?
You were gonna try
Oh
to
yeah,
expedite it.
see if I could get it faster. Yeah. You wanna go there first? See if...
Might as well.
Yep.
To the Ember and Blade.
Ember and Blade, Ember and Blade.
Unless Aiden has something he wants to do.
Nope.
Okay.
Walk up to the Ember and Blade. It's open, and the female dwarf smithy is there working on a piece. Clang, clang,
Hello again.
clang. Oh, hi. How are you? I was just working on your stuff, banging some of this out.
I do have a question about that actually. Is there
Yeah.
any way at all it could be done faster? Tomorrow morning?
Oh, maybe.
Or
I'll have to touch
noon?
base. I mean, it's gonna cost you.
How much?
Oh, let's say put it about 250 gold.
I don't have that much.
I can help cover. That's fine.
I currently only have 150 gold.
Well, I'd just hand you a sack with 250 gold.
I will take it from you and say, are you sure, Lardrin?
Yes.
Okay. And then I will hand it to her.
All right. She weighs it in her hand. All right, I'm gonna see what we can do.
We are
You said you
leaving.
needed it by tomorrow morning.
Well, yes, we are leaving with the glass blades tomorrow morning to go close the elemental rifts. Or attempt to, anyways.
All right. Well, I'll get word over to the enchanter. Hopefully you can do it. If you can't, don't worry. Your money's safe with me. I'll give it back to you.
Alright.
Anything else I can do you for?
That's all.
Have a nice day. I'm getting back to work.
You too.
It was actually 20 platinum and 50 gold.
Doesn't matter, it's in her hands now.
Uh-huh.
Aiden, does the name Marcella mean anything to you? Have you heard that name?
Um, I mean, his wife is Marcy. That's all I ever heard.
Yeah, it's short for Marcella.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's his wife then.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't have nearly enough information about him. Or her. Or Valoria Shadowmeyer.
We know she's a hag.
Do we?
We know Jacob is an asshole.
We do know that.
And we know Marcy is a murderer. And a monster, I guess. Literally and figuratively. Maybe.
Seems the three of them are monsters.
Yeah, and I guess we kill monsters.
Did that flower that Jacob was wearing mean anything to any of you?
Didn't it mean something to Amelia? Me?
Me.
Well, I mean, she knew where it was from, but other than that, I don't think it particularly meant something.
I don't think I have ever heard of it.
Lergen, would you be willing to help me look something up about it? See if it maybe has a meaning or...
Of course.
So I guess we can add the library to our list of destinations today.
That's fine by me.
Yep. What else were we going to do?
Pick up Sajat's clothes and go to the instrument shop and the library. That's all I know.
So
Okay.
let's head to the instrument shop.
Yep.
All right, you walk up to a store. There's a lot of stuff outside. Instruments of all kinds hanging, yeah, like that. Out in the snow.
Very good for them.
Yep, so very good. But anyway, you walk inside, and there is no customers, but you do see behind the desk, sitting on a stool, a red dragonborn female who takes note of you walking in. That's a customer. Oh goodness. Welcome. How can I help?
Hi, I'm just here to browse. I'm a player, I guess.
I see you carry an instrument.
Yep. Take out my
Are
loot.
you looking for replacement? Additional one? Something else?
I guess I just wanted to see what you have.
Well, we have lots of instruments. What is your budget?
I mean, I can save for something if it's more than I don't have currently.
Well, we have mundane instruments of all kinds. If you are in the market for more expensive magical things, I have a handful.
Like
She motions to a lyre hanging on a wall. That is Eldernotham's lyre. Very special piece. This, for certain users of magic, can make their attacks more powerful. More likely to have effect, I should say. +1 for your spell attack rolls.
Gotcha.
This is you carry a lute. I do have some magic lute strings as well.
This lute is actually already kind of magical, but what do the strings do?
Well, you can string these into a lute. I think I have four sets of them. These, and she pulls out some strings that are silver and kind of glittery and kind of sparkle a little bit. With these, I'm just going to say what they do. Once per short rest, when you cast a bard spell that forces a saving throw, you can impose disadvantage on the save.
Ooh.
That's useful.
Then she pulls out some blue ones that look crystalline, but they're still, pliable like strings and stuff. But it just kind of looks like a crystal, like faceted crystal. These are the sapphire strings of soothing. With these, when you heal with a bard spell, you can choose one affected creature and also grant temporary hit points equal to a roll of your bardic inspiration die.
Ooh!
You can do this a number of times equal to your charisma modifier per long rest.
Oh my god.
These, and she pulls out some strings that look like they're burning subtly. These are the Crimson Rite strings. When you cause damage with a bard spell, you can choose one affected creature and apply additional damage of the spell's damage type equal to a roll of your bardic inspiration die. And you can also do that a number of times equal to your charisma mod per
Oh
long
my
rest.
god, that's amazing too.
And then lastly, these, and she pulls out some strings that just glisten with all the colors of the rainbow. These are the prismatic strings of chaos. These are a bit more dangerous. When you cast a spell, you can invoke the power of these strings. You may encounter some odd, wild effects that may surge forth. And then also you roll a d20, and if you roll a 19 or 20 on that d20, you regain the spell slot.
Oh my god.
So you basically roll on the Wild Magic Surge table and roll a d20 as well. When you cast a spell.
Those are amazing too. How much for the sapphire ones?
All of the strings are 400 gold pieces each.
400, okay. I'm definitely gonna have to save up.
No, you don't. Pick one out. I'll help you pay for it.
Really?
Yes, really. You got me a gift. I'm gonna get you one. Even if I have to borrow a little bit from you.
Mine wasn't nearly as expensive as these.
That doesn't really matter, Alani. Just pick one. It's gonna be useful in the long run.
I'll pick the sapphire strings.
Excellent choice.
When you're healed Cards play choose one. Okay. Oh my god, that's so good.
If you can put 100, I can give you 300.
Yup. I'll have 50 gold left exactly. So that's perfect. I will do that. I will give 100 gold.
All of these do require attunement, by the way. Unless you are attuned to the instrument that they are strung to.
Okay. So since I do have to attune to the instrument that I have now, I could put them on the instrument and still it would only be one. It would be the one that. The one attunement I have. Okay.
Slot.
Okay.
Yeah. We would have to manage that separately, just because there's no way to make that work in D&D Beyond. But,
okay. That's fine.
Probably easier to attune to the strings, though.
Yeah, probably.
If you're talking about your instrument evolutions, because it doesn't really do that much. You don't have to attune to the instrument evolutions, though, do you?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Probably easier to do that, because I think the only thing the instrument evolutions does is what, give you advantage on something?
No, it increases my performance by 2. That's it.
Righto.
Yeah, you can modify your performance manually.
Yeah, I mean, Epic already did that for me. He manually went in there and changed the performance to a +2.
Okay. Then even with more of a reason to
Yeah.
just use strings.
Yeah.
Easy
That
peasy.
sounds good to me.
Anything else for anybody else? I also provide music lessons.
I mean, I'd be interested in lessons unless you happen to have something that automatically makes me be able to play something.
No, practice, practice, practice. That's what it takes.
Well, give me like a pamphlet of your lessons. I'd be interested.
She hands over a pamphlet that provides a little bit of information about the sorts of lessons that she provides, like piano and lute, singing, guitar, whatever.
How much is it, and does it actually make me proficient in the instrument?
It is 5 silver per session, and it would take a while for you to get proficiency.
Unfortunate. I'll still keep the pamphlet. It's like, I'd still appreciate it. If I happen to have ample amount of time still here in Bay's End, I'll come by.
I look forward to it. So rare it is to see Dragonborn or Dragonkin this far east of Zarzit.
Very through, I think just in Bay's End is yourself and my friend over in the Breakers.
There's a few others, but yes, we are few and far between.
Still a very exquisite pleasure to meet you, and hope to see you again.
Have a lovely day. Watch out for the snow. It's ruining my instruments.
And we walk out. For the sake of brevity, Sajaf would go to, what was it, Ultrembus?
Yep.
To
Pick
see
up your
if
stuff.
Yeah, to see if the order was done.
Yeah, it's done. You get your outfit. Suit makes last minute adjustments, but yeah.
Yep.
And seems to be what you ordered, unless you wanted to make any changes.
Nah, it's like I already put into thought what I wanted the embroidery to be that wasn't in the image that I linked, so we're good.
Do you try it on?
I mean, I assume I try it on as part of picking up the outfit.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You look amazing in that.
it feels amazing. Like, it's very snug to my body, but it still gives ample room for me to have full range of motion, so it's wonderful.
It's handsome and suits you perfectly.
If a red dragonborn could blush, he is blushing. So, thank you. That does mean a lot. I've never worn anything so upscale, but I wanted to get it.
What do you plan to wear it for? Is it just to replace your robes?
No. When we make it back from the elemental conflicts, I might have a surprise in store for you.
What do you mean? Oh, okay.
Well, I did promise you that whenever we got Space End, just you and me, alone, on a date.
God. With everything that's happened, I completely forgot.
It's not like we're not busy right now with do or die scenarios, so...
Shit. I hand a coin to Aiden. You're right. I'm gonna need something then, right?
I mean, that's up to you, honestly. I think your bar attire already looks very nice.
That's just for performing, though, and it's not exactly nice. Not this nice. I'll, go up to the lady whose name I forget, and, I'll also order an outfit.
Her name is Amanda.
Amanda, right, that's it.
And the blinds.
Okay. What kind of outfit would you like?
A sleek dress with an off-the-shoulder neckline in a slightly gray-white color with a beautiful gold design at the breast and at the tips of the sleeves, similar to an upside-down fleur-de-lis. And the skirt goes all the way to the floor with one long slit up the left to allow for more flexible movement. And the bottom of the skirt also has a continuation of the gold pattern. And I will post a picture.
She's writing notes feverishly. Right. Ryu, do you have any idea how much she charged for yours?
Brother, I wish I remembered.
I remember.
How much?
Well, because you got the rush, it was 35.
Okay.
35 gold?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was 25 without the rush.
Oh, this sounds absolutely exquisite, she says. I think we can do this for 25 gold pieces.
All right. Stormway, I guess I wouldn't need it to be done before tomorrow. 25 is great.
Okay. have it ready for you. Ooh, let's see, what is today? Today is Sunday. How about the day after tomorrow?
Sounds great. I may not be back in the city until a day or two later.
I might send someone to pick it up if anything. Are you familiar with the Breaker's chef, Zacht?
I don't believe I am.
He'll give a brief description. It's like, if you see a copper dragonborn come by, that they were supposed to be picked up.
Yes, Acti, I'm sorry. I do know who that is.
Okay, wonderful. If anything, we can send word to him to at least pick it up for her.
Very well, that will be just fine. We can also hold it here until you get back.
It gives me an excuse to see my friend as well, so whichever. I think that's it on our end here. I adore the outfit. You've done a marvelous work to it.
Thank you very much.
I concur. It is very handsome.
And we walk out.
Yup. So, Jess, do you want to go to dinner at the Breakers tonight again? Were you planning on that?
I wasn't, but we can.
It's up to you. I thought you might like to, since we're leaving town the next day.
I mean, again, I don't think it's just up to me.
No, it's not just up to you, it's up to everyone. But I was asking if you would like to.
Wouldn't be opposed to it, that's for sure. I'm not sure if Zacht is able to provide us a free meal again today, though.
What do you guys think?
I think if we were to go, I have no problem paying. As long as it's not the same menu.
Yeah, and as long as that the governor or whatever,
Oh yeah.
that was kind of
That's
ruined my
gross.
appetite a little bit.
Well, if I think he did say he changes the menu on a daily basis,
Mhm.
but the governor does only exclusively eat there. So probably
Like,
best if we just
when
eat.
she's leaving,
Oh,
or take out.
probably we can handle takeout. I'm sure Zacht will know.
And then we can go to the night warden, and we know for sure she's not going to be there. So
Yeah, we'll get to the bridge when we get to it. Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
are there any other places to eat, or is like this the only big one, the fanciest one? Dadavar had every night you could choose something different.
I mean, the night warden has food.
Yeah.
We ate there first night.
I do
I
think
mean,
the
like
Breakers.
fine dining.
I think the Breakers is the fine dining experience here.
You want to look for someplace else? Let me know.
Yeah, we can try something else.
Who is that?
It's a town crier saying extra real about it. Try our other foods.
Not that Amelia or I mean, she's a great cook, but
But
as long as it's not like donuts, you know,
I don't think
a little
it'll be
odd.
donuts. I mean, you remember the blooming onion?
The who?
Blooming onion that you had the first night here?
Oh,
That's
that
fine
was
dining.
good. That is fine. Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
That was at the Night Warden.
Yeah, Night Warden sounds great too.
No, we can do that. Like, let's go to what? The library?
But so we had donuts at the other place, right? Or
I think you're the only
desserts,
one
I
that
guess.
had a
You're the
giant
only one
donut.
that had the
I was
giant
the only
donut.
one? I thought you guys. Oh, okay. You guys didn't. You guys had like regular food. What'd you guys have?
I had some rice with honey,
We had the rice ball.
Rice,
and
honey.
Sajath had some fruit balls.
Yeah, it was fruit balls.
Mhm.
And then we had that
So does he actually like
meat
serve
dessert.
food there? Is it just gonna be it
Rotating
every day? Is
menu.
that why
It's a rotating
Governor?
menu.
I think we'd have to go to find out, and I kind of want to find out.
Yeah, let's go support your friend. I'm totally down.
Yeah, how's
Yep.
this? We'll go see what he It's still early. We'll go see what he plans on making today.
I mean, now would be a great time for a donut.
The morning. Look,
Some milk.
you have extra. You had
Some
extra.
quick- Oh no, I ate that in my sleep.
Well, I'm sure if he still has the ingredients to make you the donut on the side, I'm sure he won't say no to it.
No,
I'll
I'm kind of sick of the donut. Like I woke up with crumbs. I was not feeling too good.
So why are you hungover about the donuts then?
I don't want the donut. Is what I'm saying. I want to make sure there's not going to be a donut.
You probably
Okay,
still
I-
have leftover donut, don't you?
No, I think.
Hey,
he ate
if
the
you
whole thing.
want some, you can probably find it on my armor. You want find some crumbs?
Just sleep on your
Maybe
armor.
something slipped through the cracks. I'll rustle my armor. But there you go. Yep.
Okay,
Pocket
we're-
donut.
Armor donut.
Yeah, let's go say hi to Zach, if anything. Let's see what he has in store.
Sounds good to me.
Going to the breakers.
For the breakers.
Over the bridge. Over the river. And through the woods to the breakers. And you find Zakti. Doing the final preps for lunch service.
Oi!
Hey!
Just rolling by to wonder what's on the menu today.
Lunch or dinner?
I look to my friends.
Both.
Yeah. Both.
I have roast turkey for lunch. It's really simple, roast turkey, and we have a celery soup as well. Pretty simple today. Dinner, though, well, it's going to be a little bit different from last night. I fired my menu maker.
Wow.
Fired him. Damn.
Quinn was not very good. Like be a customer of hers. Just an idea.
Okay. I'll run that by her in case.
Wasn't she friends with me too? So she could start off in the Night Warden.
I'm back. What did I miss?
Sajath is trying to get a job for
Bowie,
Chloe.
Oh,
Chloe.
in case she ever moves to Base End for some reason.
Okay.
But unfortunately, finances were tight for Zakti, and he said he couldn't hire anybody else right now.
Gotcha. Did I miss the menu?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was it better than last night?
He fired the menu maker.
I remember that.
And
And
then
that's
he
when my
gave
fuse blew.
and he gave an actual menu. It sounded really good,
Huh?
and we might eat here.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Gonna have to repeat it for me, but it's all good.
Just
Can do that later.
hopefully Epic has a copy pasted able.
I don't. Let's see how well this works.
Ooh, pretty.
There you go.
Not bad.
Cool.
Well,
I'm good with dinner
yeah.
here.
So I need to get back. The folks are going to be coming in for lunch real soon. You guys staying?
I think the idea was that we were gonna maybe catch dinner, unless you guys want to catch lunch.
Up to you guys. We can eat at the Night Warden. We can save up for later.
I don't have a ton of money left. So, probably just dinner.
Take out, and he finger guns you guys. Right?
I mean, we might stay if you know who is not present, but
She comes for lunch like half days, dinner most days. So you got a 50-50 shot.
Does she just stay the
Turkey.
whole time?
Until
We could
she's done
always-
eating.
Yeah, we could always wait for her to leave. How's about this? We do drinks, and then we go to dinner. After she's gone.
Sure.
Well, you guys are doing takeout, right? Takeout.
Yeah, we'll see.
Mhm.
50-50.
Thanks for letting me plan.
You got this.
We'll let you get back to your work.
Kitchen nightmares right here.
We'll let you get back to your work.
All right, catch you later, guys.
See ya.
See ya. Are we going to the library?
Yep.
Off to the library. Hooray. Library. Where are we? I need to go to the library. And who do we have at the library? We have Shuna. And it's not snowing inside.
Leaky roof.
Or it could be. It's just illusory snow. Just a handful of folks in here at the moment, and got the friendly librarian Shunifolio. Glasses down at the nose, and at the tip of her nose. She looks up. Oh, you're back. What can I help you with today?
I think we're looking for a flower. Information on a flower?
Flora and fauna of Eastern Nomnamia. Maybe? Is it local?
No.
Otherworldly?
The silver drop
Underground.
orchid.
A silver drop orchid. Silver drop orchid. Well, you could start in this book, and she pulls a thick one off the shelf, plops it down. Plants of Nomnamia. If you don't know where it's from, if you do, then maybe we can narrow it down. I have some regional books in here too.
If I didn't get logged out of World Info, I would say that.
You would say what?
The place it's from.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, we can give the area. We can give the area.
Lethril. The Lethril Cataract. Oh, northern Nomnamia. Okay, let's see here. Here we go. I have a book on the nature of northern Nomnamia. Here you go. You may find something in here. Feel free to use the desks or the cubicles.
I'll check that. Just for the basis of knowing Epic. Because Jeff does want to go to the forbidden section. Or the restricted section. Do I need to have a topic that would be there, or can he just peruse to see what's available in this one?
You're going to need to tell me what you're looking for.
I just don't know what qualifies. Because the main thing I had in my head, because Stygia is now being brought back again a lot, in conversations, not only because of the flower, but apparently Valaria makes her bases around there apparently. And the conversation that we had with Alani's mother yesterday, and only because me, the player, apparently doesn't know about a blood feud, just to see like a history of conflicts between Zarksif and
Mithran and Dune.
Mithran and Dune.
Okay, you could search for that. You could search for conflicts between Zarzeth and Mithran and Dune. I'm gonna tell you right now, with regard to Stygia, if you've heard everything that I have.
Got it. That's fine. Jeff opens the first book and says, look forward to it in the next patch cycle.
Yes, indeed. All right, so who's looking for what?
Flower.
All right. Roll an investigation check for me.
I had asked Lerdrin for help. Oh, that's a one.
Yeah, you had asked me for help.
Roll again.
Yeah, Lerdrin, roll.
Me?
Yeah, you're
Or
helping.
you roll again?
Why don't you want to roll?
Fine.
13. You do find an entry for Silverdrop Orchid. Information you find says that it blooms once every 13 years, and only when the trees that are nearby it, or that it grows nearby, my bad, get struck by lightning. It has semi-translucent petals that always seem to be glistening with dew, or kind of making a pattern, kind of waves. It rolls across the petals like it's moving water or falling water. Yeah, nothing else then than you found out than you knew before, or what Emmy told you.
Okie dokie.
I want to pause for a second. And so I'll be back in a minute or two. And when I come back, I want to pull Ozzy and Ryu down for a second.
Okay.
Okay.
What'd you do?
I killed a man just to try it?
Welcome back.
I died.
Mm. Did you touch a bag?
No, so what I did was, because I didn't touch the bag, I died.
Mm.
Okay, I'm back. We're back.
Welcome back.
Is Ice here?
Yeah.
What?
I was asking if Ice was here.
Yep.
He said back. Yeah. Okay, so Sajath, you're researching conflicts.
Yeah, I'm starting with that. And then once I'm done, I'm going to see if I can just walk into the restricted section of the library.
Okay. Go ahead and roll investigation for conflicts.
22.
Yeah, so you don't find anything about like open warfare between Zarzith Kittrell and Mithrin Doom. But you do find bits of history that are mostly myth. Talking about a great dragon named Kittrell, namesake for Zarzith, and a lake. And that there is a particular formation, geological formation called the Claws of Kittrell, there on the eastern shore of Lake Kittrell. That, yeah, you know, to some people, sort of look like claws. You know, they're rocks, and they're crystalline, translucenty rocks. But these things extend way down into the ground. And because of their nature, they basically transmit light into the Underdark. And once that was discovered by Zarzith Kittrell, having great reverence for this legend of the dragon Kittrell, Zarzith Kittrell decided to protect that area as sort of a shrine, pseudo holy site or whatever. And so they have a permanent military presence in the Underdark, which is several days away from the Drow city of Mithrin and Doom.
Okay.
And so there have been some kind of low-level skirmishes from time to time around that formation by some uppity drow that decide to take on the man and kick the dragonkin out of the Underdark. and potentially dismantle that rock formation that has light from above bleed down into the Underdark. So basically the understanding that you get is there are drow that really resent having that sort of occupation force within their land. That's about it.
Okay. And then, like I said, to see if I'm able to sneak my way or just make my way normally, if sneaking is not necessary, into the forbidden section.
Yeah. Shuna sees you moving that direction, and she just extends her hand out. She remembers you showed her your card. Yeah, you're free to go back there. Yeah. No need to skulk.
And then, since the elephant of the room was reminded, I'm going to look up keywords in history or myth about the term Black Talon being used elsewhere.
Okay. Roll for that.
And then to see if, just to add on it, just to see if there is the connotation of a true one, or if that's just happenstance after the fact. Another 22. That's amazing.
22 is good.
And then the other thing, information on Chromatic Confluence. Sorry. And just to see where is one, how to find one, etc., etc. Any information about it.
Okay, roll for that.
This one I will use a charge of my ring for advantage. Let's roll the wrong thing. Natural 20.
Ow! Alright, so we'll start with the Black Talon. You find the legend of the Black Talon, essentially, speaks of, it goes back a long, long way. It starts with a conflict between Elfkind and a black dragon. This black dragon, wait, no, not black. Green dragon.
Okay.
Nope, that's wrong. It's black. Sorry.
It's a BGM
It is
dragon.
the Black Talon after all. Black dragon. It is so there was conflict between Elfkind and Black Dragon. The warfare for decades and decades, kind of going back and forth. Eventually, the elves of the region in which you live or are located right now subdued this black dragon. The name is Hethestros.
Is that the name of the dragon, or?
Yes, the dragon's name is Hethestros. And the leader of these elves, against the wishes of many of his people, opted to spare the life of Hethestros. And in doing so, according to legend, formed some kind of blood pact with this dragon, which would be passed down from generation to generation. And is essentially binds this black dragon to bound that black dragon to that particular person, and then all of their sons and daughters as well. And the legend says that binding essentially forces Hephaestus to grant some kind of boon to those who seek it, those who have that original person's blood in them.
And does it mention the tribe of elf at all? Or just elf as the wide stroke of every elf kind were up against this black dragon?
It mentioned the original person had the name Velerithil. And that's it. That's what I can find. Velerithil.
So close.
So people who bear the title Black Talon are supposedly direct descendants of this Velerithil, and have also undergone some kind of trial that Hephaestus is allowed to put them through, basically to prove themselves worthy of the boon.
With that said, since just to see if Sir Jaff pays attention, or rather me, because aside from the initial appearance, did Jorik happen to have elf features, even if half elven?
Yep.
Okay.
Pointy ears.
Got it. I guess that's special information. Talon.
On chromatic confluences, you find information that confirms the information that you have heard before from both up in Palebank and from Thalion, that indeed dragons have created these in the past, specifically to be able to heal themselves. It does require all 5 types of chromatic dragons to seed one of these things. You learn that they can also. Do you learn this? I know it's a natural 20, but I'm questioning my lore. No, I don't think there would be anything about that. But I will say that you do come across, it is interesting that when we were talking, you mentioned the old chroma font. Because that place is mentioned in some of the text that you read as having all 5 elements of chromatic dragon power present in one place. It doesn't say that there is a confluence there, but it is mentioned kind of in a sidebar of something you read as being a place probably unique in the world, that for some strange reason has all 5 of those things there. I wouldn't call them elements because acid isn't really an element, but
I mean, technically it is in D&D land, I guess. It's not our 4 elements nonsense, but in D&D might as well be.
But you gain a thorough understanding of what they are, what they would look like, what their purposes are. So if you ever need to recall additional information about it in the future, as we make shit up, you just make a note that you'd be able to do so.
And make shit up. Got it. And just as a player, since Sajaf doesn't learn this, what was the information that got not mentioned since it wouldn't be here? Just to know about what he didn't learn, kind of thing.
Yeah,
if
right. What
possible.
you didn't learn on that natural 20 was any mention of how to turn an elemental confluence into a chromatic confluence.
Okay. I figured that was what was omitted, but I wanted to make sure. I think that's it for me.
Yeah, but you would definitely know, your character would know if the player don't know. You already know what elements are in the one west of Bay's End. And so you know what would need to be
what is
added,
missing, which is acid.
Potentially what might need to be kicked out of it somehow.
Wait, hold on, now I gotta think.
There was fire?
No, hold on. Because elementals come in force in... I don't know if that's true. Elementals should only come in 4 types. Fire, water, air, earth. Earth needs to be kicked out. Air technically counts as lightning in D&D land.
Yeah.
So that can stay.
Air's cold. Air is cold. Okay.
Yeah. I thought water was cold.
Water is cold. My bad. Yes. Air is thunder. Yep.
Okay. This is important. Is it thunder or is it lightning?
Thunder.
So that needs to be kicked out.
Earth didn't exist in it, apparently. From what I remember.
Correct. That's what you were told.
Wait, so no earth elementals have come out of here?
Correct.
So it would be add acid. No. Hold on. My brain is going 5 miles an hour. So it's cold, lightning, fire, acid, poison. So it already has cold, fire, and lightning. So it would be acid and poison. Okay.
It has the elemental confluence has fire, air, which is thunder.
Oh right,
water.
I have to kick out thunder for lightning.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't learn that, so it doesn't matter. Let's see what has to figure out.
But you did. Oh, right. You didn't.
No, you didn't.
Right. You didn't learn that because, well, you didn't find it. Either player might reason, maybe it's never been done before.
Hey, maybe the high sages of Certificate Trail say something unnecessary about converting the confluence for their own purposes for one reason or another. But that's player me. But yeah, that's I think that's good. Let's say for the purposes of things, since Sajaf would have disappeared, he would have told the group that he intended to go to the restricted section. And if they had a topic they wanted him to look into, since they probably weren't allowed to come with him.
If there's any mention of Kethia.
You want to look for that?
Yeah.
So the Kethia Albenda, is that how it's pronounced?
Kethia Athbenda.
Kethia Athbenda.
Fucking benda of the O. Since this is also important, I'll use the last charge of the ring for advantage.
Okay, roll.
Investigation advantage roll. Not bad.
DC 25.
Well, maybe it is bad.
What'd you get? 20?
Dirty 20.
This one's a toughie. Yep. Can't find anything on it in these here books.
Let's see. With that, I'll go over to the librarian. It's like, hey,
Hello.
quick question. I didn't seem to find any information about a particular term that I'm trying to research. I already forgot what the fuck you told me how it's pronounced.
Ketsia
Athbenda.
Aspenda.
Katia Athbenda.
Kefja Abenda. I know it's something to do with ancient druidic something, but I don't think druids are one to write down their own history, and so far I haven't been able to find anything.
Well, I rolled a 7 on my history check. And
What does that mean? What's a history check?
I'm not familiar with that term myself. If you weren't able to find anything here, maybe a larger library would be of aid.
No, aside from the elephant that keeps coming back being Zarfil, what would be another larger library?
Well,
In
there's
case
a rather
one.
large one in Ethelian Falls, and then, of course, there's always ours at the Kitchen.
Is Ethelian Falls closer? Where is Ethelian Falls? Somebody help me.
It's up north.
Up north. I guess it's... Yeah, no, it is... Not by much, but it is closer. Let me write that. Ethelian...
It's where I met Julian.
The bard.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I do appreciate that, though. I've never been to Ethelian Falls, so I didn't even consider that as an option.
Rather nice library there. Overlooks the falls.
Oh, that does sound wonderful.
Mm.
Hopefully our travels bring us there. Love to see it. And since Jeff is done researching, let's just say that he spends the entire rest of the time just being a nerd with this librarian. Just talking random topics.
Righto. At the end of your nerdery, she scrawls on a scrap piece of parchment and hands it to you and says, "You can give this to Archivar Thenet if you ever get to Ethelian Falls. She should be able to help you."
Okay. Write down the name for me, because I'm not even going to pretend. Thank you.
That's on you to keep track of, by the way.
Archibald. And that's Ethelian Falls Library. I'm sure I'll forget, huh? Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's actually wonderful. I would appreciate that a lot.
Make an item.
Yeah, I just finished writing it on my notes, so I'll make an item now. God, I keep adding random parchments as separate items for all these notes for my... I have 0 charges in the ring. Anyways, continue while I do this on my own.
Hey, you doing anything while everybody is nerding out in books?
Sleeping.
It's a great place to sleep. Nice cozy fireplace.
He probably found some random book and tried reading and then napped.
I probably would have gone and joined you, because I wasn't having a good time researching shit. I rolled a 1. I'm sleepy today, apparently.
Read a book about a mute orphan that discovered an ancient dagger that spoke only to her, revealing secrets of a buried empire and the key to its rebirth. And as rival kingdoms closed in on her own, she had to decide whether to unearth the dagger's power or bury the truth forever. But the other folks finish their research and come over to wake you up.
I didn't wake him up until Sajath was done.
Mm-hmm.
I went over there and I just kind of put my head on the table and napped too.
Okay, in that case, whenever I got the introduction letter, I would have noticed the shadows of the sun getting later and later. And then went to find my friends, first finding Lairdren exactly where I left them. It's like, so I didn't find anything about Akeja, but she did tell me if we ever get to Dillian Falls, they have a much bigger library, which we can definitely probably find it there. And then where are he looks around and immediately clocks them both sleeping on the library. He's like, no, yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
Were you at least able to learn about the flower?
We learned a little bit. Not much.
Well, I learned a lot. From what I intended to learn, I'll share with everybody once the time is right. The important one is, remember the voice from Alani's necklace?
Yep.
Mentioned that prophecy of sort. I did find what one of the things there meant, but I'll wait till everybody's up so I don't have to repeat myself. So help me wake him up.
Will do.
I go to Alani and briefly cast Cold Touch in my finger and place it in the back of her neck.
What happened? Alani?
Sajath, wait!
Guys, we're in a library.
His hand was freezing!
Morning, sleeping beauties. It's time to go.
Already? Wow.
It's been 4 hours.
Yeah, this book really hypnotized me.
I just got bored.
Well, I have some interesting things to tell you all about once we make it back to the inn and have privacy, so...
Did you know there's no smut in this library?
It's on the forbidden section.
God damn it. I give a copper to Aiden again.
And have kids just walking in and grabbing it, so...
Let's go to the Night Warden.
Aiden still has the book in his hands as we're walking out.
Excuse me, sir. Did you want to check that out?
Oh, yeah, sure. Here you go.
All right, just a moment.
8 more years into this campaign, and Aiden's gonna have the most ridiculous late fee.
Takes out a stamp, opens the front cover, pulls out a card, puts a stamp on it. This is due back in 1 month. Puts the card back in the sleeve, closes the cover, gives you the book.
Make sure I'll make sure I get it back.
We appreciate it.
What's this place called again? What is it? High turn stack?
Stacks.
Yeah, we learned her name, right?
Archivist Folia.
Shunafolia.
See you in a month, Folia.
Toodaloo.
Where? Okay.
All right.
Actually, where is the loo? I need a.
At the Night Warden.
Oh, I'll hold it in.
Are we going to our room to talk, or are we just gonna hang out? Oh, and Epic, could I have attuned to the lute strings and strung my lute with those?
While you were sitting around waiting for the...
Yeah.
Should you have to do his stuff? Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
Hey, guys! Ami says,
Hey,
wiping down the bar.
Hey, me.
Oh,
Hi.
How's your day?
Restful.
productive.
You guys want something to drink?
Yes, please.
What'll it be?
Is it too early to drink?
It's
Ale?
never too early to drink.
All right. Don't encourage me. I'll take an ale.
mead.
Ale, mead.
I'll also have some mead and whatever appetizing platter you can make the quickest so that we got something to aid with digesting this ale and mead and probably wine for Alani.
Briar's off till dinner. All we have is cold stuff.
You got a charcuterie board?
Wine and cheese sounds good to me.
Yeah, I've got some sausage, I suppose, and crackers, and yeah, I'd get some cheese.
Yeah, that
Okay.
works.
I think I'd actually like meat as well today.
Meat as well. This is good meat. This comes from the Rimmer Meadows. Or the honey's from the Rimmer Meadows.
Perfect.
Did you need any help?
No, I got it. You just relax. Just relax. And she just goes in the back for a moment and just throws some stuff on a board, comes out. A couple of sausages, like, you know, not the kind that you need to cook. And
Which is most sausages.
some cheese and some crackers.
How many people are in here?
Roll a d20. Three people are in here.
Fantastic. I'm gonna play my lute to a room of 3 people.
Okay. Super duper.
Doopity-doopy.
Roll your performance check.
Fucking a million. 28.
Excellent. You get 4 copper.
Great. Really racking up my coins on that challenge.
I mean, you can also probably play in the breakers if your master is not there.
Can I try to sneak 2 gold into her coin pile?
Make a sleight of hand check, sure.
Oh shit.
This is a fairly high DC, but we'll be going off of Alani's passive anyway.
16.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
passive is
Alani,
only
you-
14.
You kind of rattle the cup, and then you like look down into it and it's kind of disappointed. You put it
2
back
gold.
down on the stage, come back and pick it up later after you've picked up your drink from the bar, and there's more gold in it.
Okay. Does that count?
Sure.
Okay.
Count for what?
My challenge.
Oh, shit. Cool.
Cool. Oh my god, guys. I made 2 whole gold from that.
Hey, nice.
That was a good song.
I missed your singing.
I missed playing. Thank you for this, Jath. You're the only reason I'm able to. I wouldn't.
I'm just removing the negative of it. It's still your skill and your expertise.
I know, but it would scare me and make me upset otherwise, and it doesn't right now, and it's because of you.
I got your back no matter what, so.
She'll give you a kiss and sit down with everybody.
As you guys sit down, we'll take a proper break now.
Okay.
Wow.
Mead from the honey fields or whatever.
Riley's Bee Farm.
Riley's bee farm. Yeah, I looked at that and I was like, oh, fuck yeah.
BRB.
Alrighty. Welcome back.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy.
Hooray!
Yippee!
Okay, so you guys sat down with your charcuterie board, makeshift charcuterie, and your drinks. And action.
Me, how's Trigger been doing?
Oh, Trigger. Let's see. Is he around? Yeah, he's here. He's here in the back. You want to see him? Trigger! Come here, boy. And Trigger wanders from behind the bar, runs up to you and jumps up on you, Laerdrin.
Hey, buddy. Do you want any coin for taking care of him?
Oh, no, it's fine. It's business as usual. Seems to like you, though.
Yep, he's a good dog. Super awesome, even.
We're not taking him with us tomorrow, right?
No. I asked him if it was okay if he stayed around here.
Okay.
Put him in any danger.
Yeah, I wouldn't want anything to happen to him.
Burp.
Aiden, how are you doing today? Since talking to Bjork and everything.
I'm fine, I guess. Why?
I don't know, we're planning on, you know.
Oh, yeah, the whole...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, Jacob's pretty...
Are you okay with that idea?
What, like taking him down? Yeah.
Okay.
He's just kind of scary, so him, plus all those extra people, the witches, maybe some people we can't even trust. We can't even trust Yorick's people,
Yeah.
It's all a bit risky.
It is. I think we're gonna have to play it smart. Probably maybe try and take a couple of them out either before they get there or separately, something like that. We're gonna have to come up with a plan.
Yeah.
I guess
Aside
that's...
from that,
Oh, you can go ahead.
aside from that, are we feeling ready for tomorrow?
I guess as ready as we can be without much information.
I mean, we're just going there to, like, help them, and they're doing all the work, right? We're just making sure
We're helping protect
we
them
defend them.
from, the elementals or whatever's coming out of the portal.
Yeah, that's
so
like cakewalk by now, right? We've dealt with these elementals before. Killed a lot of monsters.
I just also want to mention that we probably need to also be prepared just in case to pick up the slack from the other teams in case they're having issues. It might not just be on our front that we have to worry is all.
Yeah.
I'm curious if being so close to the confluence, if they'll be more powerful.
Guys, we're real tough. We got this. I am not stressed at all.
I am.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm tough, you're tough, Sajat's crazy tough,
I mean, I
Adrian's
died.
crazy tough, he can turn into a freaking bear. A tiger? He was a tiger. You were a tiger.
I have been, yeah.
I died, and I haven't exactly been in a combat situation since. I mean, aside
Oh, yeah.
from the thugs yesterday, but that was taken care of pretty quickly, and I'm scared.
No, Aiden's right. We're fine. We just have to keep our minds and shoulders in place. Not take any unnecessary risks. And stick to whatever other plans, ideas, or suggestions we hear tomorrow, once it's time to split up.
Wasn't Elro supposed to arrive today?
Was it today or the day of?
I don't remember. Epic help.
Who knows? Maybe he got held up.
I'm supposed to help you? Why don't you take notes?
I take notes.
What do your notes say?
God.
Elro is coming someday.
Elro arrival soon. Yeah, it says that.
Jesus, Ellie.
I know.
Here, I'll do the lazy path. I'll cast sending to Elro.
Okay.
Sajafir, we heard you're coming into Ways End soon. Are you here already? Or soon? End of message.
I'm here already, friend. Good to hear from you. Landed with Eilon and a few other folks. Survived after dropping off some others and pissed. You gonna be in on this fun tomorrow?
That's on me. I should have asked where he was. He is in town.
How far away is Green Pillar Chambers? Is it over 120 feet?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's fine. I'll just do the equally smart thing of not planning my words. I'll cast it again. 100% will be on the fun. You guys staying over in Grim Pillar Chambers, or are you guys elsewhere right now? Let's meet up.
Oh, we're staying at the barracks behind Green Pillar. Yeah. Good to know you'll be out there tomorrow. I hear that the Breakers has really good food. We're planning on going there. Should we meet there?
Man.
Should we go talk to them?
Yeah, we can start going towards the barracks. We can all go to the Breakers. They said that we're really hungry. Okay, so we are in Night Warden. The fucking... So when he said behind, there's no buildings in this way, so it would be somewhere above where it says Market and Low.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can go try to find them. He said that they're staying in the barracks that are right behind Green Pillar Chambers, so it shouldn't be too hard to find.
Okay.
Give some of the charcuterie board to Trigger.
It's gonna be a farty dog.
Y'all.
You're welcome, Ami.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, so you guys head out.
Yeah. Try to find Elro.
Hey, look at that. There it is.
Once we get behind Green Pillar Chambers, I will start casting message to ask where the barracks is.
Okay.
You're just pointing at walls and.
I'm pointing at walls, yep. Hey, Elro. Alani here. Where's the barracks?
He's able to guide you in, and you come to a building behind the big stone building of Green Pillar Chambers, timber frame building, and Elro is there outside, waiting. Looks a little worse for the wear. Hey, y'all. Good to see you. And he reaches out to shake each of your hands.
I'll shake his hand.
Yep.
Howdy, Ilon says. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Glad you guys made it.
Yeah, I am too, but we lost a lot of people.
Is Riza with you?
He looks down. Risa didn't make it.
No.
No, we managed to get a few civilians out. Some traveling salesman. Fenton was his name, Ilon said. And his daughter Honor. But his other daughter didn't make it.
Magic?
And his husband?
No.
That's too bad. Well, here. Let's walk over to the breakers. One of my best friends actually works as a head chef, so he'll treat us right to some dinner.
Sounds good, I'm hungry. I could use some really good food.
Hey, Ilon, I'll take out the book from my bag. And I'll hand it to him. And I'll say, I didn't really enjoy this as much as you did.
Which book is this?
This is
The
the
Werewolf Smut?
Lycanthropic Sexcapade book.
Yep. Werewolf Smut.
Yep.
He says,
Werewolf Smut.
You still have that, huh? You didn't like it.
No, and I actually met the author. I did not like her.
Really?
Yeah, so much as we killed her.
What?
Well,
That's incredibly forward. I was gonna make a joke that I don't think you should expect any sequels soon, but turns out she was an actual lycanthrope. And also turns out that most of her books are real life stories that she then writes down.
Really mad at me and kind of chased me down for a really long time and tried to kill me. It wasn't
Why
right.
would she do that?
To start off, she tried to seduce Aiden and eat him.
That's true.
Well,
She
who
did
wouldn't
try
want
to.
to seduce Aiden?
That's right.
Our
She did not
innkeeper,
seduce
sure.
me, nor did she eat me.
She definitely tried
She
to,
wanted to.
Aiden.
But it didn't happen.
If I hadn't been there.
And there was nothing wrong with her. You guys are
Yes, there was.
she was just a nice old lady. Some nice biscuits and coffee.
No.
Or tea. Was it coffee?
mean,
Tea.
it was tea. I mean, the teas and crumpets were really good, though. Like, we can't deny that.
Anyways.
Yeah, good enough to seduce you.
I definitely didn't enjoy that book.
Yeah, well, I suppose I could read it again. I hear they have a library here. Yeah, you know anything about it? They got any good books there?
No, unfortunately, the spot is locked away, and I'm not allowed to read it.
Oh, well, you didn't like it anyway, so...
Does just that one. I like smut. I guess you did mention that it was the first in a series and that it gets better after this one, but I really did not like that one. There wasn't enough sex.
Well, it's really cool. You know the main character, right? What was her name? Henrietta? Yeah, that's right. So you find out in the next book, if you don't mind spoilers.
I don't mind spoilers. I'm probably not going to read it, but
She's
I mean, you might entice
actually not
me.
a werewolf. She's actually not a werewolf.
What was she then?
Well, she was a trickster, and she just made herself look like a werewolf.
And what about the guy? Is he also not a werewolf, or is he actually a werewolf?
He's actually a werewolf. Yeah.
Oh, so it's a girl who's a trickster who falls in love with a werewolf?
Well, I mean, did you read the book?
I did read the book.
I'm hungry.
Okay.
Hey, Zach, table for 6, whenever you can.
A table? You want a table now? I have all of your food wrapped up in paper.
Well, we can still have that, but we also brought 2 more friends.
Okay. All right. It's still early, so okay.
It was a maybe takeout thing.
Shawnee, can you show them to a table, please?
Yeah, but me and Ada kind of pitched it real nice for him, like, because it is a good idea for him to consider, so...
Oh.
I believe when we departed, he said we had locked in on takeout.
I see.
And you do all see Tulian setting up as well to play a gig. He notes you again, puts his loop down, comes up to you, Alani.
Hey, Tulian.
Hey, you giving any more thought to, my thing?
Still committed for tomorrow. But after that, when we come back, definitely.
Why? I don't understand what could be more important than this.
Have you
I really
seen the elemental attacks on the city? They're pretty bad.
Nope. Haven't seen a single elemental thing since I got here. So I frankly have no idea what you're talking about.
The Yangan refuge is almost completely destroyed.
The what now?
The half of the city down to the south?
Okay. So?
It's
How
pretty
does that
bad.
prevent you from escorting me down there?
It's
the fucking work.
Because we have plans already tomorrow. Dalian... I'm sorry. I'm not gonna budge on it.
You should really, really consider taking me to High Shallow Haunt tomorrow.
And I'm gonna tell you no, again.
Make a wisdom saving throw, Alani.
Okay.
Oh, is he casting something?
Yes.
I'm gonna punch him in the throat.
Make an attack roll.
Hold on, where's my +3? Okay. Ah, damn it. 9.
A 9 does miss.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you go at him and he kind of jumps back. Like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, Sajath!
What's going on here?
What did he
I'll,
cast? What did he cast on me? Because I might know that he casted it on me.
Make a roll a d20 charisma check. Straight up charisma check.
I'll go to stand between Sajath and Sam L. Jackson.
It depends on the spell though. 'Cause some of them say the target knows.
I mean, is it verbal or anything as well? Do we know that he casted something?
It has a verbal component to it, yes.
Yeah, that's
And
why
he
I
was-
swung.
Yeah, so,
He
so
was
we all
also
know.
moving his hands weird.
Yeah, somatic verbal.
You succeeded on your save, Alani. So,
Okay.
that's it. But with the check that you did, you do recognize the spell, even though I don't think you know it. But since it's on your class's spell list, you could actually. Because because of the way bards learn spells, I'm gonna say no. You don't know it.
Isn't he her mentor, though? Is there any chance that he would have cast this in front of her before?
I'll give it to you. This was Charm Person.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what the check was for. If you knew the spell, I would just give it to you, but you don't know that spell, so the check succeeded though. First level spell,
Okay.
DC 11. So yeah, he totally tried to cast Charm Person on you.
Tolian, what are you doing?
It's really dang important.
Hey, I think
Alani.
it's time to leave. If you're going to be casting spells at us, I don't think we can really.
I don't know who you are.
I suggest you tell me why you are trying to charm me into going to this place with you. And I'm casting a suggestion on him.
Right.
That's a Wisdom 14 save.
Looking through notes.
I figured. That was the sound of I'm looking through notes.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's
Okay.
back.
Sorry.
Wisdom 14.
I thought your cat turned off your computer again.
That is a natural 1. And, boy, this is very interesting. What was your suggestion again?
I suggest that he tell me why he needs to go there so bad, because I know it's not for a story.
I really, really need to find this Valus Tideworn and learn about his history and his story, and I've really got to do it. It's so damn important. It's
Why?
gonna make me world famous, and it's just awesome. God, I gotta do it now. Oh,
Why?
I gotta do it now, but I can't get there on my own. I swear, I can't get there on my own after the shit that I saw on the way here. Ugh.
What did you see on the way here?
Oh, just wolves and all kinds of nasty creatures trying to eat me and shit. This is very uncharacteristic of him, Alani, again.
Well, hey,
Tullian,
you can't be casting spells at us. On us.
Why don't you just shut your damn mouth?
don't talk to him that way.
Whoever you are.
You aren't the Tullian I know.
I am. I just really need to get there.
Prove it. What did you teach me?
Got to help me. I taught you everything you know about music.
And when I left, what did you give me?
I gave you a lute.
Did you meet someone on your way here that sparked this idea?
No, I didn't meet anyone on my way here. I heard the story in Athelian Falls about this guy, and I said, well, I just got to get there.
Who did you hear it from?
Oh, another bard.
Any description of the bard? A name?
The name was Galen. He was a human. Tall. Dark hair. Played the lyre. I don't know how any of this helps us get to High Shallow Haunt any faster.
What do you feel like is going to happen if we don't go right now?
Time's a wasting.
Well, you're just gonna have to go sit back down and wait, because I'm not leaving my friends to go with you. And we already have plans, and we've said that to you. And you are acting very not like yourself.
You're acting very not like yourself, too.
No, I am.
The Lonnie that I know would help me however she could. Come to me in my hour of need. Or rather refuse me in my hour of need.
Nothing's gonna happen to you if we wait.
Yeah, maybe I'll just find somebody else.
Yeah, I think you might just.
He goes away. Back to the stage.
I give Sajath a hug.
Is he like that with everyone, Zach? Is Zach here?
I don't think he is.
Oh. We should ask Zach if he's like that with everyone.
Anyway, you are sat at a table, and soon after your food is brought out.
Yeah, sorry about that whole business, Elro.
Yeah, what was that? I mean, you don't have to tell us. It's fine.
It's an old friend of mine who's acting very weird.
Mm.
And I can't figure out why. I was gonna see if he would want to play with me tonight, but I thought yesterday was just... I don't know what to think about it.
Well, this river trout sounds good. I'll run.
Does sound good.
Yeah, I had asked them to make the pigeon breast with one reduction. So if one of you was interested in it, like here it is. Anyways, pretty sure no, but have you guys heard what's gonna happen tomorrow in detail?
Oh, guy told us the rough outline. Showed us a map and saying we're gonna. I guess I'm gonna take the place of someone he'd identified before, and protect these wizards or whatever.
Yeah, it's about the same as we've heard.
He said something like all the recent ravens from the front lines have said that haven't been any elementals coming out of that thing since they got there, but that it's kind of the magic rifty thing is like kind of getting bigger as they sit there and watch it, and kind of I don't know, like it's like shaking or something, maybe getting unstable or whatnot.
That
So
doesn't sound good.
No, not particularly. So guy said it's a good thing we're getting out there tomorrow. He's gonna see if the mages are able to work their magic tomorrow instead of waiting until the next day. That was the original plan, but he's not sure they're going to be able to do that. If they've got enough power in them or whatever.
Islan, are you going to join for that?
Hell no.
You're not coming.
No way. No way, Jose. I am staying back.
Is it just you then, Elro?
No. There's going to be a bunch of people going.
Well, I know, but of the people who came from Pale Bank.
Oh, the only folks we got left is like Honor and Fenton and
Jordy make it?
Jordy made it. He's staying pissed. No, that's what there it is. And that little boy, what was his name? Morgill. He's down here too. He's staying with Fenton.
Did his father make it?
He did not.
Oof. Unfortunate. He seemed like a good man when we ran into his caravan.
Yeah, we pretty much bought him out.
Mm-hmm.
So you know him?
We did?
Yeah. While making our way to Pist, we ran into his carriage, and we were in desperate need of supplies, so we bought everything good for that and more.
Morgul actually hit that dragon with a firebolt or two. believe it or not.
Wow. So what actually happened, if you don't mind talking about it?
Yeah. Yeah. Big old black dragon came in. I've seen black dragons before, but this one was a bit different. Was a lot different. Had some kind of big purple gem embedded in its chest. Like, instead of just breathing acid everywhere, it had kind of this purple cloud-like shadow thing that kind of made everybody go insane. People started killing each other in the streets, killing themselves.
Oh my god.
Anyway, started clawing across all the buildings, ripping roofs off, and just whipping shit with its tail and going to town. And then once that purple cloud that he breathed out kind of got into all the streets, like I said, people went insane, and then that cloud just kept spreading and spreading and spreading, and I saw what was happening. I just got as many people out as I could, got onto a boat. He saw us leaving. I don't know why he didn't chase us.
You saved a lot of people.
Handful.
More than what would have made it without your help.
I told Guy already I'm concerned about what's going to happen if that black dragon's allowed to stay up there on Pale Bank. I don't know if he's going to be happy just staying there, or he's going to try to expand territory, wreak more havoc further afield, spread south. Who knows? Probably got to take care of, but
That concerns me too.
got to take care of this here Rifty Rift, or whatever the hell it is.
Well, we'll be in there as well, like I already mentioned through my messages. So, whatever happens, we'll still give them a good old smashing.
Well, I hope everything goes smoothly tomorrow.
Me too.
Prefer if that thing stays quiet, like apparently it has been.
That would be the most convenient outcome. Have you encountered elementals before, Elro?
Handful, mostly water types. Not 100% sure they're elementals, but certainly did water-like stuff, ice-like stuff.
Mephits?
Maybe. What are those?
Look like bats. Kind of, if you squint.
Flying things.
Yeah.
Flying little imp things.
Explode
Yeah.
when they die.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah, a couple of those long time ago.
Yeah, we might see those since while we were on the sea on our way to Bay's End, we encountered a water elemental that had... Was it water? I think it was water, right?
Yeah. Water elemental on the water.
Yeah. It could have been wind, I don't know. Air. With
Maybe it
ice.
was
Oh, elements with methods alongside them. So it wouldn't be outside the realm of possibility that if we encounter elementals, methods will also be there.
Well, I hope you guys can do most of the fighting. I'm old and tired.
Have either of them looked at me weird since I look younger? Like, marginally younger?
Let's find out.
And things the M-word was not thinking about at all.
Definitely not Elro, and not Ilon either. A 1 and a
Okay.
3 on their perception.
Okay.
Elon's been eyeing you, though.
Yeah? Can I make an insight check on that?
Sure.
Nah. I don't think I noticed at all.
Amazing.
Food comes out. Rest of the food comes out. Elro and Ilon's food. They start munching down. This is good. Maybe I shouldn't have ordered fish, though. I don't know.
Why?
I've been eating it for the last week.
That's fair.
Well, this is still going to be the most flavorful fish we've had in the last couple of weeks, though.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, a lot of what I had was raw. Oh.
Now this is dinner, compared to last night's menu.
Yeah, I think Zach made the right call firing the menu guy.
I mean, if anything, it did show Zach's skill as a cook to make anything work. So I still kind of would have been okay with it.
I mean, I loved yesterday. It's just, this is more what I was expecting.
Yeah. It was good, it just wasn't dinner.
I think we're going to fast forward.
Yep.
Fast forward to where? When?
Unless we want to fill Elro in on any of the governor here or
Nah.
To Night Warden and meeting in Alani and Sajeth's room to talk about whatever Sajeth learned in the library?
So Jeff would take out the whole booklet of notes that he had taken as he was researching and starts quickly skimming through it to see what was the important parts. And as he's doing so, he'll mention well, the main things of importance for all of us is based on what we heard your necklace say when we were making our way to defeat the undead beholder, Alani.
I remember.
Seems to mention the true Black Talon. I wanted to find out what that meant. And what I found out is as follows. It seemed that there was a conflict, a feud that spanned decades between a particular black dragon called, well, this is assumption. If I have it wrong, you can correct me. I beg, was that Hephaestus the entire time? Or was it different black dragons? Hephaestus?
Hephaestus.
Hephaestus. Was it implied that it was that dragon the entire time?
Yes.
Okay. It did not make my R pronounced enough in my notes. And then whenever they finally subdued him, they opted not to kill him. Instead, binding him in a blood pact that still stands to this day in a generation of elf kind that inherit the moniker Black Talon. Yorick is elven of some kind, so unless it's happenstance, it does stand to reason that Yorick could be descendant of the original true Black Talon.
It did say the son of the true Black Talon holds the Kethia Aspenda, but I was really hesitant to bring that up with him. It feels too important to just say outright that I want it, and that he would be able to use that against us somehow.
I think it's going to turn into a scenario where, like Dalian, it may be either A, have no means for him as of yet, but given that what we have learned about him being more of the intellectual type, he might be very in tune with it. Like, it's still very much in the air, you're correct.
I mean, we can check in with him tomorrow. He did say we could do that, and we could bring it up.
I feel like our best bet potentially would be if we're able to prove that we have his best interest first.
Yeah, I agree. Take care of Jacob, and then he'll be indebted to us at least a little bit.
That
So
was my thought as well.
So, Jeff, who else? So, Jonathan, Ozzy, kind of. So you know the name of the thing, the little thing that you got off of Brath, right? Kethia.
Katia, yeah.
Yeah.
And so, Jath, when you identified that, and then identified that little disc that you got, that you were able to reason that these are parts of the same whole. Both that disc and that little odd needle-like thing, if you recall that.
Remember, we still have the route that Yinsa mentioned. Chathik's Rise. There's a teenager that potentially survived from my tribe, named Neural. So if we don't want to show our hand just yet, there is that other option to get more information.
Yes, as it stands to reason that it's not just conveniently three pieces that make the whole. It most likely stems more and more other thing I learned, and this is more so based on the vellums that we've had both in our possession and worked hard to get the other part of. A lot of it was we have learned that it's going to need a chromatic confluence to be able to restore. And he takes out the map and points at the chromatic font. Because all elemental types from every chromatic dragon is needed, I have been looking at this spot initially and thankfully learned that this place has large amounts of said energies that would be needed to create a chromatic confluence. However, nothing on how to create one. So that's still either open for interpretation or just more research needing to see what this vellum also is.
We need more information. At least I feel like we need more. There's also the fact that I'm wondering, did you, Sajjath, catch that my mother almost accidentally said something else when she said she had to go back to Mithrin and Dune?
Can you elaborate on that?
She said she had to go back to and then she corrected herself to Mithrin and Dune. It felt like she almost said Stygia. And then when we were talking to the Black Talon, and he mentioned that this Valoria Shadowmire works in Stygia,
Do you think Valoria Shadowmire could be your mother? Is that what you're getting at?
I don't know, but it's too coincidental to not notice, at least.
Wait. Your mom is Valoria?
I don't know that. I just think either she knows her or is working with her somehow. I mean,
Your mom looked scary, but she didn't seem that scary.
yes, she is, Aiden.
And she smelled she didn't smell like how a hag would smell, I think.
She's not a hag.
Oh.
I don't know if Valerie Shadowmire is a hag.
Oh.
We haven't met her.
Oh, am I confusing the hags? There's too many hags.
I don't think we know of any hags. I mean,
There's one hag that you know of, that you've heard.
Bertronia.
That's the one.
Well, yeah, Valoria, Bertronia, whatever.
Pretty close.
Sorry, Bertronia is the hag. Sorry, guys.
Understandable.
Yeah. And
You think they named themselves, or did their parents name them? Did they have parents?
I think God named them.
God?
Yeah, a god named
Singular?
them. No, a god.
Do you think there's a god above all gods? Like a single
hag.
god that they believe in?
There might be, and he might be pretty epic.
Oh my god.
That sounds more than epic.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You think they have a name? You think they have an epic name?
You know, they might just have an epic name.
I mean, thinking critically, let's go on the basis that your mother is.
I've been thinking
Valoria.
critically this whole time, Jeff.
I apologize, Aiden. I should have expected like that much from you.
Aiden's actually like laying on the bed, just looking up with his legs up.
So he's got his legs in the air. Just his legs.
No, he has like his legs like they're like propped up. Like he has his
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Thought
yeah,
you
like
meant you had him sticking straight up in the
his
air.
knees are propped up.
Gotcha.
I just realized that Shadycreek's rise is just to the west of the confluence.
Yes, it is.
The things my mother said last night, they made sense in the fact that she was trying to manipulate me to come home, but at the same time, she said that I would beg her to save me from whatever's happening, which makes me suspect that she knows what's happening. Maybe even has a hand in it.
I mean, going through that same logic, let's follow the thread. That means that she's in leagues with Jacob. Jacobs is also helping get slaves to Centril.
Druids, from what Lairdren found out.
To continue building the Spire. The Umber Collective, which Valoria is the leader of as well. Right?
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to mention this, but apparently this is now important to this string of thought. I tried to look what conflicts your house had with my city. And turns out it's possession of territory.
The Claws of Kittrell.
Mm-hmm. And it's been a long conflict.
It's been going on since before I was born.
Mm-hmm. So, and the spire's being built in Xantrochel. So, the mysterious black obelisk in the city of her enemy, while her underling is bringing more and more to make sure it's being built in time.
I don't understand what it could mean. I've had a bad feeling about that spire ever since you mentioned that it was, you know, black instead of platinum like the rest look.
And the final warning your mother gave you.
That's
your warning about me. There will come a time where I will betray your trust.
I don't
She was she was saying that not as a supposed event, but almost seemed like a guarantee. She means to do something on that day.
I know. I don't know. I don't know nearly enough.
None of us do. This is all conjecture.
I know.
But it's all lining up.
I'll be honest, I have no idea what you guys have been talking about for the last half hour.
Jacob doing bad things in my home city.
And my mother's a part of
that
it.
Guy.
Possibly even the mastermind behind it.
Wait, you don't think Jacob and your mom are like hooking up, right?
Ugh.
Not like that. Hopefully not. But would Jacob really do that? You know him better than us.
My mother would never do that.
I
A
thought I knew
surface
him. I didn't
dweller,
really.
anyone other than a drow, she would never.
Oh, is she like? Oh, okay. She's like that kind of evil.
She's that racist, yeah.
Oh.
I don't know, is Jacob secretly a drow in disguise?
I thought I knew him, but I didn't really know him. He seemed all right when I don't know. They seem like great parents. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't even know what good parents are. Anything's possible.
A good parent is someone who's willing to risk himself to save his child. Even after years of being estranged.
I mean, he was never really estranged with Elena. They seem like they got along,
I was
but
talking about you, Aiden.
what?
You're a good father.
I think by actively being here and not with Esmeralda all this time, kind of actively made me a bad father.
Just because you made one bad decision doesn't mean you're a bad father.
I feel like that's one pretty like life impacting decision.
Yeah, but the fact is you didn't give up on her. You had her best interests at heart. And you still have her best
Well, I
interests at heart.
gave her up.
You thought that they would be better parents than you would be. You genuinely thought that.
Yeah, I was wrong.
And now you're working to fix that. That doesn't make you a bad parent, that makes you a good parent. I should know.
Okay.
I had a bad one. I had two bad ones. My mother's favorite punishment for me, when I disobeyed her, was to make me walk on broken glass, even though she knew my feet were
What the
the
fuck?
most sensitive part of myself.
Oh, second most.
Eh.
Second most.
Just slap me.
This. What I'm trying to say is you're not a bad parent.
You haven't
not.
given up.
Yeah,
You're
haven't
still
given up.
trying.
My mother only.
Why are we talking about me right now?
I'm talking about me right now.
Oh, why are we talking about ourselves?
Oh, my mother only wants me for power. She doesn't have my best interest at heart.
Wait, so your mom wants to like eat you or something?
Mm,
Take your powers?
no, not exactly.
Does she want to like take
Manipulate.
your body or something? Become you?
I could extend that far for all I know.
That's what the hag is trying to do with. Yeah.
The most I know is she's extremely, extremely manipulative and will do anything to get her way. Including be involved in whatever the hell is going on. She seemed so certain I would beg to go back to her. And it scared me. She called me selfish for loving you. The least selfish thing I've ever done in my life. Or maybe the most.
I would hope it's the most.
Maybe I am finally being selfish. And she doesn't like it.
Or as bad as it's going to sound, I will have to thank your mother for making a clone of you. For whatever reason she did. I'm still thankful.
Me too.
But that's neither here nor there.
Hey, who wants to see me perform to a crowd full of people? Because if it's prime time tonight, I'm gonna go do that.
Yeah, and tonight on a high note before going out tomorrow. I like it.
Do you guys want to go do that?
Let's do it. Aiden gets up and walks out
Alani,
the
did
door.
you have any specific plans for this?
Yeah. She's gonna sing the poem she wrote for Sajath. She wrote like music to that. She's gonna sing that, and she's gonna sing a new song that she wrote for Sajath. But I haven't got that up right now, so I'm not actually gonna read it out right now.
Okay. To speed things along, go ahead and roll a performance check. Roger that. Roll 2d20 for me.
Ooh.
Okay. Moderate sized crowd. You get 1 gold and 28 silver.
Okay.
From this performance. And unless anybody had any plans for the rest of the evening, we can zip forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, no plans.
Okay.
Aiden will probably just talk to Ami.
Ooh.
When he goes to get a drink while Alani's performing. Hey, Ami.
Hello.
So, you haven't had any trouble today, right? Haven't had to use Pearl at all?
No. I actually kind of forgot about her. Is that a problem?
No. She's self-sufficient. She doesn't need, you don't need to feed her anything. Do you need me to keep her around tomorrow since we'll be leaving town?
You guys are leaving.
Well, we have some business we're, I guess, helping out with in the morning.
I mean, you could. I don't think I need a horse.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, might take her with me. Just wanted to. I know it's being attacked.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
don't think they're gonna be coming around again. At least not for another week, probably.
All right. Yeah, and the glass blades are here. Okay. Yeah.
They
How are you?
took plenty. How am I?
Yeah, it's not like a easy thing to go through, I'm sure.
I mean, it's not my first rodeo. I mean,
Okay.
that was kind of worse than probably ever.
All right.
Uh, I mean, if it makes you feel more comfortable, you could leave her here, I guess.
Um, yeah, if it makes you feel comfortable, if you need a quick getaway out of somewhere, get somewhere safe, or I don't know,
Sure, sure.
travel around town.
Let's let's say that she stays, and I can like talk to you through her.
I think we're like gonna be too far out of town for that,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, sort of.
This should be cool with me riding her if I need to.
Yeah, she's I'll she's cool. She's a cool horse. I'll let her know what's up.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah. I'm gonna head up now. Good night.
Good night. Anybody else?
Good for the skip.
Alrighty. So the morning comes. You guys can take a long rest, preparing for whatever might be coming. So make sure you prep spells for those of you who can do that. And we'll say probably around nine or so, you're able to head over to the Green Pillar Chambers and meet up with
I want to check out my
Guy.
armor first.
You are able to pick up your armor just fine.
Yay! It's +1 studded.
It is +1. What was it? What'd you buy?
Studded leather armor. I gave them my studded leather armor.
Then it is +1 studded leather armor. Yep. That's what I've got. Yep. So you're able to pick that up and
Yippee.
go meet Guy, and Elro is there. Wherever Elro is. And 3 wizards. And why isn't this working? Oh, because it wasn't on the thingy. Give me just a second. God damn it, I can't find my notes. Okay, there you are. Guy introduces you to 3 Arcanists of the Silver Circle. named Xyraxis, Vasirath, and Selthion, all dragonkin.
I am curious. How do they react to me being a drow? Is it similar to my mother's reaction to Sajath, or normal?
They're either indifferent or just fine.
Okay.
Not that there's much difference between those two things. And then they they go ahead and sorry, I'm trying to speed this along just a little bit.
It's fine. Take your
Not to
time.
role play.
You're good.
Too terribly.
Hello,
much.
guy. Hello, Elro. Hello, wizard.
So they kind of brief you on the plan that they're going to teleport. Each of them is going to teleport 7 people. So you've got Guy, Elro, the 4 of you, and then however many others is left of that. So Guy and Guy is kind of staying around. Elro's going to kind of arrange who's actually going to be coming. And then the Arcanists, say we're going to need to be pretty much right up next to this thing, focusing on it for a full hour, and using basically all the might that we have to direct our arcane powers at this thing in order to close it. And turn to Guy and say, we'll need your forces to protect us in case anything comes out of the rift while we're doing this. One of the Arcanists, Vasaroth, says he's done some research into things like this. It was really hard to find any information about this. Does not know if this is naturally caused or if perhaps it was opened by someone or something intentionally, and basically says, if it's a naturally occurring thing, it just happened as a result of maybe some disruption in the natural world, then they would anticipate less of an issue. Fewer issues might come up. But if it was intentionally opened by someone, then maybe there would be some kind of resistance once that entity, whoever or whatever it is, sensed that they were trying to close it. Just kind of goes into that a little bit. Eventually everyone gets gathered up, and you figure out who's going to be with who, going with the Arcanists, and they kind of ask around, hey, are folks familiar with teleportation and whatnot? Many are not, and so there's some conversation about what's going to happen, what it's going to feel like, this, that, and the other. There's also a little bit of conversation between Guy and these Arcanists about whether or not, like the latest reports that he's gotten from the Ravens about nothing having coming out of it, but if the rift seems to be growing and maybe potentially getting unstable, the Arcanists basically say we'll evaluate when we get there and we'll see what we can do. Saying that they would really like to be able to recover for the night because they're going to be expending a little bit of arcane power just getting everybody there. But, perhaps once they're there, they'll make an assessment of what to do. Everybody gathers up and the Arcanists all ask you if you are ready to go.
Alani is holding tightly to Sajath's hand and says yes.
Just because I'm paranoid, I'm going to cast Mage Armor now.
Hey, Sajath, have we done this kind of teleportation before?
Not this long of a distance, so it might feel a little bit different.
Someone hold my hand.
I'll hold your hand too.
Aiden's gonna start breathing in and out.
It'll be okay, Aiden.
Yeah, we got this.
Yeah, you got this.
Is everybody ready? All right.
Yep.
In 3, 2, 1.
Wait, I left the oven on.
You are ripped and then
Ooh.
transported
Ooh.
to the Rhine Frost Plain. You're maybe a couple of 100 feet away from this thing as the other two groups pop into existence around you. The Arcanists look at each other, kind of acknowledging, "Yep, we've gotten here." Seems like they've probably been here before. They kind of look at the rift and then look around, make sure everybody is okay. And then looking around the space, you see other people here as well. And there is a rather large tent that is set up, maybe 100 or so feet away from where you teleported into, and a couple of other smaller tents, maybe 100 or so feet away from that larger tent, kind of sort of making an arc around this thing. And Arcanists turn to Guy and say, "We will go ahead and do an evaluation. We'll kind of talk amongst ourselves and see how we feel, and take a look at the rift and see if we think it's okay to wait or if we should try to do this today."
Hey, wizard. Who's
Yes.
like the lead wizard leading this?
That would be me, and you see a... What is he? Gold? He's got the same skin tone as Zakti, actually. Same scale tone as Zakti. And it's, my name is Zeraxis.
Zeraxis. Is it just like Zeraxis? Archivist Zeraxis?
Arcanist Zeraxis.
Arcanist Zeraxis. So I have this I don't know, think of it like a barrier or a shield kind of to help give you some protection against like anything that might come out of this thing, like elementals and stuff like that. I think I'll throw that up on you when you're ready to start. How's that sound?
Any assistance that you can provide will be very much appreciated.
Yeah, it's only like doesn't last too long. Like, I don't know, like 10 minutes or something. Is that enough time?
Well, we will need to focus on this for 1 hour.
So if we start seeing some stuff, I'll just, toss it on you.
That's probably a wise choice, yes.
Perfect.
I have something that can help as well. I'll have to concentrate on it, but... Go ahead. You'll stand where?
I'll stand next to Zeraxis.
And Guy turns to you and says, "Yes, we should discuss exactly where you want to be. I will confer with Elro, and we'll figure out where all of the glass blades and oodalots will be. If you recall our plan, we had kind of 3 groups of them.
I think we should be dead center so that if one group needs more assistance, we should be able to reach out to that group and help, if need be."
Well, I'll leave that in your hands. I will say that the tactics that we have developed so far, we will have, or do plan to have, one person, 3 people kind of in the middle, nearby to provoke and try to pull anything that may emerge from the rift away from the Arcanists as quickly as possible. If you want to assist in that, you're certainly welcome. But basically, if something emerges, we would very much prefer to move those creatures away from the Arcanists, as opposed to doing
Running up
battle
there.
right around them. So,
Logic is sound. Yeah.
Sajath, these are powerful wizards, right?
Higher echelon of them, yeah.
Do you think it would be a good idea to show them the bow and see if they can figure out, you know, what it is? Maybe not today, but after this is over?
Yeah, that would be for the best. But I will say, don't be afraid to use it in this battle if things start getting hairy.
Oh, I won't. I'm not afraid to use it. I made the mistake of not using it once, and I'm... Yeah.
Yeah, we shouldn't hold back, so...
okay, so here on the Rhinefrost Plain, preparing for event, I guess I would call it, that is to come.
Mm-hmm.
The attack on the portal.
We'll pick it up here next time.
Okie dokie.
Whoop whoop.
And we all conveniently get enough levels.
Somehow I doubt it.
Huh.
I will say that there probably was a way for you to level up yesterday.
If we killed Jacob?
No.
No, I think it's the if we went to the witches teleported to the weasel,
Oh.
Or on Vorax.
the Armorax, and returned.
Hmm. Well, that didn't happen.
Transition.
Man, I'm nervous about this shit.
Yep. Awesome.
I
Thank
am
you.
going to include in the post, the Discord post tomorrow, some stuff about what might happen, just some mechanical stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
So read over that so you can be prepared. We'll go over it again.
Be prepared.
It'll make it easier for you guys to know what's going on and whatnot.
Okie dokie.
So Aiden, you're gonna provoke the fire elemental and bring it over to us, and turn it around so that I can have flank as a caster.
Yeah.
Okay, why don't we just get on to Final Fantasy 14? We just do all of that on there, and
Yeah,
resolve it that way.
we'll minimum eye level Titan, Ifrit, Shiva. No, what? Hold on, no, Garuda would
No,
be
not Titan. We're not doing Titan because there's no.
and Leviathan.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no Earth. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leviathan, Ifrit,
Garuda.
Garuda.
Yeah.